Shouldn't you be working on that project?
Can do it tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, but you do know the due date is tomorrow, right? Yeah.
No shot.
Now, once again, I'm not claiming to be an absolute pro in videography, but you know how they say you know something when you can teach it? Well, I'm teaching it. Means I know something. With that being said, let the chaos commence. Oh my goodness. Y'all are hella overexposed. Here, let me try fix that. No, still overexposed. Maybe like this? That's better. But obviously, putting sunglasses or polarized sunglasses in front of your camera and holding it there is hella impractical. That is why some smart people invented ND filter. Now, just give me a moment while I try not hit your eyes. There you go. Now, you're exposed nicely. The reason why it was exposed is because my ISO is way up, because this room is not bright. I mean, it's brighter than my future, but still. And the shutter speed is cranked to 1/50, because I'm filming at 25 frames per second. And my f-stop is at 2.8, meaning it should be a nice blurry background. That's why you need a variable ND filter, so you can keep the exposure correctly exposed. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know if Steve told you about the 180 rule, but here, let me tell you a little secret. Psych. Since the other guy didn't want to tell you what the 180 rule is, the 180 rule is pretty much... Yes. Right, guys, I need you to lock in. The secret is that your frame rate should be half your shutter speed. Meaning if you're filming at 25 frames per second, your shutter speed should be at 50. So that's the secret. It creates the most natural motion blur that our eyes are used to from watching movies and TVs. If you increase the shutter speed, then it kind of messes. I mean, some people can tell, some people won't. Right, the nerdy guy is going to talk to you about frames per second and briefly go over aperture, shutter speed, all that jazz. Not really, but you're... So in the last video we talked about aperture and shutter speed. Now we're going to talk about how FPS will play a role in videography. So in videography, aperture is pretty much the same as it is in just like photos. So how much background blur you have, blur. Shutter speed is how fast you take the photo or how slow you want to take the photo. FPS is how many frames per second will show on the screen. So in the world, we have two systems. We have the PAL system and we have the NTSC system. The PAL system runs on 25 and 50 frames per second, and the NSTC, hope I said that right, runs on 24, 60, 120, etc. This is because the camera manufacturers know that in different parts of the world the lights refresh at a different rate, and to avoid flickering in the video that you're taking, they've already adjusted two systems. That way you don't have to do a lot of post-production and try fix it and many times fail anyways. Oh yeah, for some reason I didn't tell you, but when you're shooting, the higher FPS you have, the more you can slow it down in post. So if you're shooting at 120 FPS, you can slow it down by 4 times, and you'll have a clean, smooth, not jittery image. The lower the frames per second, the worse it's going to look slowed down. So you can't take 25 frames per second and half it, because it'll literally be painful to watch. That's enough nerd talk from me. No? I still have to do more? Right. What do I have to tell you guys? Ah, yes. Picture profiles. So, picture profiles. In picture profiles, you have standard, log, and others. So standard profile picture is pretty much you switch the camera on for the first time and you just point at something and shoot. So the colors are baked in and you can't do much color grading afterwards. Log, on the other hand, is a little more complicated. So you have different log types. So I know for Canon it's C-Log, for Sony it's S-Log. So I shoot Sony, that's why I can tell you the most about it. With S-Log, I usually shoot S-Log 3 picture profile 8. So it gives me the flattest image. So usually it doesn't look that appealing, and you have to, in post, you have to convert it to a Rec 709 and then do your micro color grading adjustments. But it also means you have the most flexibility in color grading and you don't have to worry so much about white balance. But yeah, with S-Log footage, it's really cool to mess around once you understand how to use it. I'm still learning. I'm not a pro at color grading at all. So, you might be wondering why I'm in a suit. Well, that's because a lot of professionals take audio very serious. And of course, I'm a professional. Kind of. So audio is one of those things that it's very important, and if you screw it up, it can very much break your whole video. So I'm going to show you a few examples of some mics or different types of mics and where you would use each situation. Starting with wireless microphones. Now obviously this is just my earpods, so it's not like there are any wireless or transmitting sound. It's just that most wireless mics nowadays have a form factor of this, but since I am broke, I do not have one. Next type of microphones I actually do have, and that is the condenser microphone. So condenser microphones, you have to have a software, or obviously a computer and a software to be able to record audio. I'm currently using Adobe Audition for my audio treatment since it's quite close to you. It's good for voiceovers and just trying to get real intimate with you guys. Sing test. Right, another method is using your phone. Since your phone is posted in your pocket most of the time when you're out shooting, and it's pretty simple just to whip out your phone and go to the recorder app and click record to capture audio. Like the condenser microphone, it's quite close to where sound is coming out, so your mouth. Since it just records audio internally, you have to sync it in post so the video matches the audio. Shotgun microphones are useful for a run and gun style video where you don't have time to clip mics on everyone. Most vloggers use a shotgun microphone because it's simple. You switch it on and the audio goes straight into the camera. There's no post syncing needed. Last and very much least is the onboard microphone on your camera. Usually this is the last resort if you have nothing else, and like me, I started with it, and at the time I thought it was great, but once I started using the other microphone options, I saw that this microphone option is quite literally trash. So this is the audio coming from the condenser microphone. This is the audio coming from the shotgun. This is the audio coming from just the camera microphone. This is the audio coming from the smartphone. And then I don't have a wireless microphone, so yeah. Right, ISO. So the Sony A7IV has two base ISOs, or dual base ISO. One at 800, one at 3200, which means you'll get the cleanest looking video output from either at 800 ISO or 3200 ISO. Shrink that up, baby. Now, the thing to learn is how to use your camera optimally and how to use it in its best way. Best way to learn is to actually go shoot instead of just watching a frick ton of YouTube videos. So, yeah, with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.